The ant watcher is here in Ant Paradaisica after a long time. It looks like much have changed out here since his last visit. But as always, Ant Paradaisica is full of ants, and the ant watcher soon finds a black crazy ant walker busy with a big piece of bone. But it is not alone. Two Fedole walkers are seen coming towards the piece of bone. Meanwhile, the black crazy ant leaves and the Fedole ant starts biting the bone piece. But the more stronger ants of this region, the Tetraponera rufonigra clan, is not far away, and soon a Tetraponera warrior comes and takes the possession of the bone. The Fedole walker is nowhere to be seen. It has probably gone to its nest to bring back the Fedole army along with it. But then suddenly a fire ant walker comes and climbs on the bone. The Tetraponera warrior attacks the fire ant, but the fire ant moves aside and begins sprinkling its venom at the Tetraponera warrior. Now this is strange, because the fire ants were never seen before in Ant Paradaisica. So there are many stories that remains untold. But the ant watcher promises to tell all of the yet untold tales of Ant Paradaisica in the coming days. The Fedole ants have returned back to the bone. The fire ant walker readily walks away on seeing the Fedole ants. But not only the Fedole ants, but also the black crazy ants have come back. But the Fedole ants have come along with their big-headed major, and this is going to make a lot of difference. So while the black crazy ants, the Fedole ants and the Tetraponera warrior are busy in establishing their control over the bone, the Fedole major and the Tetraponera warrior engages in a fight with one another. And after some time, we see the Tetraponera warrior running away. With the Tetraponera warrior now gone, the Fedole army takes the bone under their control. With the big-headed major nearby, the lone black crazy ant walker out here possesses no threat to them. Just then a big diakama ant slowly sneaks towards the bone with an intention to steal away the bone. But on seeing the Fedole ants, it immediately runs away from there. The unchallenged control of the Fedole ants on the bone continues for some time. But then the fire ants slowly begin to appear and take control of the bone from the left side. Seeing this, the vigilant Fedole major attacks one of the fire ant walker. But the fire ant walker not only drives away the Fedole major using its venom, but it also begins to attack the Fedole walkers. The Fedole walkers try to fight back, but are soon driven away by the fire ant's venom. The Fedole major attacks the fire ant and misses again. So the fire ant walker continues its attack on the Fedole workers. But the Fedole major attacks again and forces the attacking fire ant to retreat. So the bone again comes under the control of the Fedole ants. The Fedole major stays alert, guarding the bone and also making an effort to break it into smaller carryable pieces. However, the fire ant army again returns back, regrouped and stronger than before. Slowly they drive away the Fedole workers and take control of the bone. The Fedole major is nowhere to be seen. It has perhaps left the battlefield, knowing pretty well that it has no chance against this big size of fire ant army. The bone now looks unconquerable from the clutches of the fire ant army. But just then the ant watcher sees a Tetraponera warrior descending down the tree. And there are two of them. And they begin to kill any fire ant walker that comes in their path. And soon the fire ant army looks stressed. And all of a sudden, they get attacked by the Tetraponera warriors. The Tetraponera warriors mercilessly starts biting the fire ant workers with their strong jaws. But the fire ant workers do not attack the Tetraponera warriors directly. They just begin to sprinkle their venom on the Tetraponera warriors. And though the Tetraponera warriors are brave and strong, the venom of the fire ants soon begin to show its effect on one of the Tetraponera warrior. And it begins to struggle with pain and soon runs away from there. But the other Tetraponera warrior continues its attack on the fire ants. But during the fight, some of the fire ants workers are able to bite its antennae. And the pain from such bite, along with the burn from the fire ants' venom, soon forces the second Tetraponera warrior to retreat and leave the place. After the defeat of the Tetraponeras, it now looks like there is only one species of ant left in Ant Paradaisica who can challenge the superiority of the fire ants, and that are the Godzilla ants. But just then, the ant watcher sees a Godzilla ant miner walking towards the bone. But it too runs away on coming in contact with the fire ants. So now that the alpha of the Ant Paradaisica, the Godzilla ants, have decided to leave the fire ants untouched, it is clear that the control of the fire ants on the bone is now not going to be challenged anymore. And now the fire ants can peacefully consume this piece of bone. But how did Ant Paradaisica fall down before the invasion of the fire ants? And will Ant Paradaisica ever be able to fight back against these invaders? These are the stories that only the ant watcher knows and is going to tell when the right time comes.